I've set up a group with a number of parents who've gone through similar or who are teachers, and it's called Set at 16, minimum age for maximum impact. And the whole point of it is actually that we don't think Australia goes far enough. We think that actually, as long as it's just about social media, then we are always going to get these whack-a-mole, as I just said, issues that emerge because you're not taking away the access tool, which is the smartphone at the moment, but which could become glasses, and which actually one of the points I think Will made was actually this new category, which is AI cuddly toys. Which is really terrifying because they're getting on the market and they are designed to kind of basically sort of fit themselves around your child's needs. And that has absolutely terrified me because actually I want to make sure that the lessons I missed 15 years ago are learned now. And what I mean by that is actually one of the things that one of the callers spoke about was kind of actually, oh, well, this is a moral panic. We're worrying about nothing. It's like gyrating hips on Elvis. Well, it isn't. If this was 2010, then I would agree with that. But actually it isn't. And I remember when they first did come on the market, one of the things we all said was, oh, well, we need to make sure our children keep up with this new technology. We don't want them left behind. We actually almost embraced it. And it's now only 15 years later where we're all scratching our heads and sort of going, what the hell happened then? That we're sort of sitting up and taking notice. I think almost we're 10 years too late. And I'm worried that we're going to be 10 years too late when it comes to AI as well. So I actually think one of the things I say about Australia is, well, there's a lot of talk about a ban, but I think genuinely we should talk about it as a delay. And we should also talk about it as a minimum age in the same way that we have for smoking, we have for gambling, we have for driving, all of which, one of which, of course, smoking is the obvious one because it's a health issue, but actually gambling because it's an addiction issue. And we are seeing increasingly children addicted to these things, but equally driving because it is also useful. And nobody wants to take any of this stuff away from grown-ups. It's just about how do we protect children and how do we make sure that actually their lives online don't dominate everything else. And that's part of the problem that we face at the moment, that their lives are just being...
Look up from your phones and look at the world, stolen. A bit of that, yeah?
Kind of. Yeah. Exactly that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there are all sorts of issues. And I find this issue as well around kind of this idea that, well, children mature at different times, and your 6-year-old, one person's 16-year-old might be someone else's 13-year-old. I think at the end of the day, when it comes to issues like this, again, the minimum age, you set a blanket ban, not because every 17-year-old is going to crash a car, but there are going to be enough of them crashing to warrant bringing one of these in. Equally, actually, why are we giving smartphones to children in the hope that they're not going, that they're not going to fall off a cliff at the age of 16? Actually, the kids are falling off cliffs at the age of 6. And this is what we're trying to protect now.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. There's a lot of support for the ban coming through. I'd support an adult ban, says this one. This text here.
I'm not going to be that.
No, I know you're not. I know you're, but it's a kind of tongue-in-cheek one. I support an adult ban, especially in my workplace.
Yeah.
Or walking when I
wish I could be that good. Please believe me. I'm not speaking as a saint. I mean, I love my iPhone. Well, I live on it. But on the other hand,
I'm walking along to the tube station after being here at Broadcasting House. I have to dodge like one of those famous Welsh fly halves of yore. Where I've got past people staring at their phones, and sometimes the sad thing is I'm doing it as well. This one, Nicky, we used to send young kids to work in factories. These profit-driven tech companies do not care about children. I agree that social media should be withdrawn from children and young people. Many parents don't know enough to keep their children safe.